Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, March 24th. Hard to believe we're going this far into March already. The first weekend of March Madness took place, and it's crazy how little of it I actually watch anymore. I mean, it used to be probably the number one event of the year that I was looking forward to. I would sit on my computer at work and watch a lot of it. And I don't want to sound like an old man on my soapbox too much, but this college basketball has basically been ruined for me with all this NIL stuff and the one and dones and the transfers. There's no continuity in the sport whatsoever. I saw a couple of interesting stats online that apparently I didn't do the research to see if it's actually true, but they were coming from like legitimate Twitter pages. But the first stat was that in the history of the 64 team tournament, there's only been 2 years where all of the Sweet 16 teams are from what are known as Power 5 conferences, so the biggest schools. There's only been 2 years where all the teams are from those conferences, and it's been the last 2 years. And then the other stat was, it's never happened in the history of the tournament. It's happened like 5 times, but never 2 years in a row until these last 2 years, that not a single 13 through 16 seed won a single game. Which the upsets and obviously Cinderella stories was what people loved about March Madness. All of that's been changed because of NIL, and basically, if you're starting off at a mid-major or a MAC or a small school and you are good as a freshman or a sophomore, all of a sudden you're getting offered tons of money to transfer to Iowa or Nebraska. These schools that were never that good, now that all of a sudden they've got a lot more money than the small schools, and there's 6 Big Ten teams in the Sweet 16, and Iowa, not to pick on them, it's just a game I was watching. They have 5 kids on their team that transferred from Drake. So you think about it, a few years ago, Drake would have probably been a 13 seed with these 5 kids who are obviously good players, and they would have, won a couple games and been the underdogs of the tournament, and a lot of fun to watch. I mean, the cream always rose to the crop at the end, but that's, for me personally, takes away some of the enjoyment of it. And the other thing, I used to love college basketball. When I was a little kid, like our whole neighborhood in Euclid, Ohio, broke down into either being Duke or North Carolina fans because they were the big rivals. And I was a huge Duke fan all through high school, college, and no connection to the school, obviously. But the fun of it used to be, okay, you get a group of freshmen come in together, they show some promise, they got some guys who are good and maybe some sophomores, juniors, seniors, and they grow, they take their lumps, maybe they get good, maybe they make a run to the Final Four, maybe they come up short, maybe they win it all. The 2001 Duke team when I was a senior in high school was probably, other than the Cavs that won the championship, my favorite team of all time, because I watched them game after game from the time these guys were all freshmen. Now, sadly enough, their center on that team, Carlos Boozer, his twins are the best. His twin sons who are on Duke's team now, so that makes me feel very old. But it's just not the same anymore. There's more continuity in the NBA, which is, I think, why I watch more NBA games. I mean, the Cavs roster is more concrete than Duke's or Villanova's or any of these teams. Especially Duke, guys come in for 1 year and then leave, or they'll bring transfers in from other schools, and you just, you don't get to watch the players grow the same way. So the magic is kind of gone from March Madness for me, sadly. Still some good games. My kids enjoy watching it, so it's fun to watch it with them, and some fun endings. But I don't know what the answer is. I can't really blame these kids, obviously, for taking money, and the NCAA was making billions off of them. It just seems like there's been such an overcorrection from where it started, like, hey, yeah, these guys, if a local car dealership wants to sponsor them, they should be able to take the money, which everybody agreed with, too. Basically, it's a wild, wild west, and whoever has the most money is going to pay these kids to show up for 6 months, and there's less regulation than there is in the NBA. So, with worse basketball. So anyway, hope this coming weekend is good. I hope you've been enjoying the tournament, just, sharing my thoughts, and I hope everybody has a good week.